Welcome to Stepdad Success, turning the tide on the way stepdads are seen and show up in the world. We're a new breed of leaders raising leaders. Blood or no blood, we raise them as our own. We're connected, loving, and committed to leading them into the future. If you asked a normal dad, he'd say we're doing the impossible. He'd say, but they're not yours. How do you do it? Yet every day, stepdads around the world are forging the way. That's what we call Stepdad Success. We're leaders raising leaders. And these are our stories. G'day, this is James Klobassa from Stepdad Success, and I just wanted to say good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are, from the rooftop of my home. Now, I haven't sort of talked much about how I live and whatever, that sort of my lifestyle and that sort of thing. And you're probably wondering, well, what's this got to do with being a stepdad? Well, it's about leading. And it's about leading for yourself. And then showing your kids what's possible. Right now I'm sitting on the top level of our place. We've got a beautiful place on the Sunshine Coast of Australia, and it's right on the beach, and it overlooks a place called Old Woman Island. You can look that up on the internet, punch it into Google, Old Woman Island in the Sunshine Coast. And it's an amazing day. And really what this episode's about is about gratitude and being able to pass that on to your kids. For years, and I can remember back to when I was about 22 years old, actually 21 years old, I first travelled overseas with a good buddy of mine, and we went on a bit of a 6-month adventure. And the first place we went to was Kauai in Hawaii. And I'd never been overseas before. I was quite green, straight out of school, did an apprenticeship, and first time overseas, and we'd gone to Kauai. At the time, I grew up in Canberra, which is the capital of Australia. Quite a cold place, nice in the summertime, but quite cold in the wintertime. And heading to Kauai for the first, for my first trip overseas was an eye-opener, to say the least. We ended up there by accident and spent 3 weeks living with a guy. He opened his home to us, and he was a boat builder, and we spent our days hanging out with him and travelling around the island and just visiting the island. He lent us a car, and we tripped around and just spent 3 weeks looking around the island. And it was the most amazing time, really, of my whole life. It's coloured my life, I'll have to say. And what was so good about that was just the simplicity. He lived a simple life. They lived in a jungle kind of house. He was a boat builder, as I said, so just played with boats all day, had a beautiful wife, and lived a very simple life. A couple of young kids at the time, and showing them the way to live an amazing lifestyle. And I've always wanted that for myself and for my own boys, to be able to bring them up on the beach, give them that surfing lifestyle. Oh, you can just hear the aeroplanes going overhead. Apologise for that. I'll just wait a moment. It looks like the shark patrol. They normally fly up and down the coast checking for sharks. But as I was saying, I always wanted to give that surf, beach, sunshine lifestyle to my boys. And for a long time I lived about 10 kilometres inland, just 10 minutes back off the beach. And, I always wanted to wake up on the beach. And sometimes you just have to give that to yourself. So, a little while back we moved to the beach, and it's transformed the way we live our life. It's transformed the way the boys lived their life. They now run out the back gate and down to the sand and through the park and along the parks. We ride our bikes and our back gate goes straight out onto the beach. And it's truly amazing. I'm filled with gratitude for the opportunity and really for what we're passing on to the boys, giving them the vision that they can live however they like, wherever they like, and not be restricted to, okay, well, you've got to have a normal job and grow up in the city. And I know a lot of guys have normal jobs, the 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with that either, but sometimes you have to choose something different. And I wanted to be able to teach that to the boys, give them opportunity in seeing new things. We travel quite a bit just through work and just for the fun of it. We try to get away each month for a day or two. And giving that to the boys, passing that down. Think about that with your kids. What are you passing down to your kids? What can you be grateful for in your life? And how can you show them gratitude in their lives? Anyway, I just wanted to leave you with that today. Sitting here in the sunshine, there's more aeroplanes flying around. There's another little tourist biplane that flies past every day. These are the things that open the eyes of the young ones, and these are the things that we should be exposing them to. Hope you're having an awesome day. This is James Klobassa from Stepdad Success, and I'll be talking with you soon. Would you like to learn more about how stepdads across the globe are joining forces in raising the next generation of leaders? Then head to www.stepdadsuccess.com and grab all the show notes plus a copy of the brand new tactical guide for creating more happiness, health, wealth, and wisdom as a stepdad. And if you liked the podcast, please share it with other stepdads you know and leave us a review on iTunes. Again, that's www.stepdadsuccess.com for all the show notes and tactical guide. Come and join the new breed of stepdads, the growing group of leaders raising leaders.